Hello, dear chosen ones. How are you today? Before we begin, I want to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude to everyone who has supported this channel through Super Thanks. Your generosity and encouragement mean the world to me, and it allows me to continue sharing these powerful messages with all of you. Whether you have donated or simply shown up to receive this wisdom, know that I appreciate you deeply. Now, let's get into something truly fascinating: ringing in the ears. Have you ever suddenly heard a high-pitched sound? Sometimes loud, and other times almost imperceptible. Have you ever paused to wonder why it happens? This phenomenon can arise out of nowhere and disappear just as quickly. But is it just a physical occurrence, or could there be something more? Many people tend to ignore this ringing, dismissing it as nothing more than background noise. But what if I told you that this sound is not random? What if it is actually a spiritual signal, a message from the universe trying to reach you in a way that goes beyond what the eyes can see? If you have been experiencing this ringing frequently, pay attention. It may be a sign that your energy is shifting, that you are receiving messages from the spiritual realm, and that your awakening is closer than ever. Could it be that the universe is calling you? We are living in a time of great spiritual transformation and growth. Those who are truly awake must learn to recognize the signs. The ringing in your ears is not something to be ignored. It is a call, a whisper from the unseen realm, reminding you that something profound is unfolding. In this video, we will explore together 7 spiritual interpretations of this mysterious phenomenon. By the end, you will understand what this ringing might mean and how to decipher the messages being sent to you. If this topic resonates with you, comment the number 777 below as a sign that you are open to divine guidance. 777 is a number of spiritual awakening and divine alignment. Let's see how many of us are hearing the same call. And if you feel that this message could benefit someone you know, share it with them. Let's unravel the mystery of this cosmic call together and discover what the universe is trying to tell us. Now, let's dive in. Are you ready to understand the true meaning behind the ringing? God's chosen ones, you need to know what the ringing in your ear is trying to tell you. Many people report hearing this ringing at moments of introspection, before sleeping, or during deep meditation. But have you ever wondered why it happens in these exact moments? It is because this is when you're most open, when the distractions of the physical world fade, and your soul begins to listen. When your spirit starts aligning with higher frequencies, you're no longer bound by earthly limitations. You're connecting with something far greater, something beyond human comprehension. But what if this ringing is not just a vague spiritual occurrence? What if it is a direct call from the divine? In the Bible, we see countless moments where God reaches out through signs and whispers, urging his chosen ones to listen. In 1 Kings 19 verse 12, the prophet Elijah did not hear God in the mighty wind, the earthquake, or the fire. Instead, God came to him in a still small voice. What if the ringing in your ears is that very whisper, a reminder that God is trying to reach you through the silence? Think about it. When you hear this sound, what is happening in your life? Are you going through a period of spiritual growth, questioning, or transformation? Are you being called to something greater but struggling to see the path ahead? The ringing is not random. It is an invitation. It is as if the universe, God, and your own higher self are saying, pay attention. Look within and understand what is happening to you. Even great minds and historical figures have reported similar experiences. Nikola Tesla, one of the most brilliant inventors in history, spoke often about hearing strange frequencies and receiving insights from what he called the higher realms. Could it be that his heightened awareness and connection to energy made him more receptive to the divine signals that most people ignore? When the ringing comes, do not push it aside. Instead, take it as a sacred pause, a moment where you stop, breathe, and truly listen. Too often we are lost in the noise of daily life, rushing through routines without ever taking the time to listen to our inner voice. But the ringing is here to pull you back, to remind you of who you are, where you're going, and what you're meant to do. It is your divine wake-up call, and chosen ones like you must learn to listen. Chosen one, when you hear the ringing, do not be quick to dismiss it. Do not rush past it as if it were just another passing moment. Pause, breathe, and become fully present. This is a divine whisper, a signal meant only for those who are awakening. Have you ever wondered why it happens to you and not to everyone else? Could it be that you are being set apart for something greater? Throughout history, God's chosen ones have always received signs, some subtle, others undeniable. In Exodus 3 verse 2, Moses saw the burning bush, and in Matthew 2 verse 2, the wise men followed the star. These signs were not random, they were placed with divine intention. What if this ringing is your sign, your invitation to seek deeper meaning in your life? When you hear it, do not ignore it. Focus on your breath, listen to your emotions. What is your soul trying to tell you? Many chosen ones experience this ringing during moments of intense transformation, times when they are shifting spiritually, emotionally, or mentally. Sometimes, we sense changes happening deep within us before our minds can even fully understand them. Synchronicities will begin to follow. Have you noticed that when the ringing comes, strange coincidences start appearing? Perhaps you think of someone, and they call. Or you see repeating numbers, like 111 or 444, in ways that feel too precise to be chance. This is no accident. The universe, guided by divine forces, is aligning things in your favor, trying to get your attention. Do you see it? Do you feel it? The most powerful way to decode these messages is to start keeping track of them. Do not let these moments slip away into forgetfulness. Get a notebook and start recording when you hear the ringing. Write down the exact time it happened, what you were feeling in that moment, what thoughts were running through your mind. Over time, something incredible will happen. You will begin to see patterns. Messages will become clearer. What once seemed random will start to form a divine roadmap, guiding you to the truth. Even some of the greatest minds in history understood the power of documentation. Leonardo da Vinci filled thousands of pages with observations, theories, and insights that helped shape the world. What if your notebook holds the key to understanding your spiritual awakening? Are you willing to pay attention to the signs that others ignore? Sometimes, the answers we seek are not in the world around us but deep within us. The ringing is not here to distract you, it is here to remind you. So, the next time it happens, do not dismiss it. Write it down. Pay attention. Because chosen ones like you were never meant to live blindly. You were meant to see beyond. Chosen one, have you noticed that your reality is shifting? That the world you once knew no longer feels the same? That certain truths are being revealed to you, ones that most people seem blind to? Do not ignore these signs. This is not just a random phase, it is a spiritual awakening, and it is happening for a reason. But let's be honest, awakening is not easy. It is a process that challenges everything you thought you knew. Confusion, fear, even isolation, are normal feelings during this journey. You may wonder, why me? Why now? But remember this, you are not alone. God's chosen ones throughout history have all walked this path. Abraham was called to leave his homeland without knowing where he was going, Genesis 12 verse 1. Moses doubted his ability to lead, Exodus 3 verse 11. Even Jesus' disciples struggled to understand their purpose. The ringing in your ears is not just a random occurrence. It is a sign that your soul is aligning with something greater. As your consciousness expands, you begin to sense that life is so much more than what is visible. You become aware of things others ignore. Have you started feeling more sensitive to energy, more connected to emotions, more in tune with the unseen? This is part of your awakening. But the real question is, what will you do with it? You are stepping into a new version of yourself, a higher state of being. And just like a seed pushing through the soil to reach the light, this process can feel uncomfortable. That is why you must protect and nourish your energy. How can you do this? Spend time in silence and meditation. This is where divine messages are often revealed. Seek nature, the energy of the earth will help ground you when things feel overwhelming. Surround yourself with truth seekers, find those who understand the journey and will uplift you. Even some of the greatest minds in history have spoken about these experiences. Carl Jung, the founder of analytical psychology, believed that spiritual awakening is the process of uncovering the true self, the part of us that is connected to something far greater than the physical world. He called this the individuation process, the journey of aligning with one's divine purpose. Do not compare yourself to others. Your path is yours alone. Some awaken quickly, others take years to fully step into their purpose. What matters is not how fast you go, but that you remain open, attentive, and willing to learn. The ringing in your ears is only one of many signs that you are being guided. Some people receive messages through dreams, repetitive numbers, or sudden bursts of intuition. Be attentive. Trust your instincts. You're on a path of discovery and growth, and every step matters. The question is, are you ready to embrace your calling? Chosen one, have you ever noticed that the ringing in your ears appears precisely when you are uncertain, questioning, or at a crossroads in your life? It is not a coincidence. It is a sign from beyond, a whisper from the unseen realm trying to guide you, warn you, or reassure you. Many of God's chosen ones throughout history have experienced divine messages that did not come in words, but in signs, visions, and sensations. In Job 33 verse 14, it is written, "For God does speak, now one way, now another, though no one perceives it." The ringing is one of those ways. Your spiritual guides, your guardian angels, and even the divine itself are trying to get your attention. When the ringing comes, pay close attention to what is happening in your life at that moment. Are you doubting yourself? This could be a message of encouragement. Your guides are telling you, keep going. You are on the right path. Are you making a big decision? The ringing could be a sign to pause and reflect. Is this choice truly aligned with your soul's purpose? Are you ignoring something important? Sometimes the ringing is a warning. There may be a truth you are avoiding, a situation that needs to be addressed. Think of it as divine guidance through sound. Just as God sent dreams to Joseph in the Bible to prepare him for his destiny, Genesis 37 verses 5 to 11, he may be using the ringing to reveal something to you. Are you willing to pay attention? This phenomenon is not just spiritual, it has been experienced by some of the greatest minds in history. Albert Einstein often spoke about receiving insights in ways that were beyond logical explanation, as if knowledge was being revealed to him from another dimension. Many great inventors, philosophers, and leaders have experienced moments of divine inspiration, where ideas, warnings, or confirmation seem to arrive as if whispered into their consciousness. So, the next time the ringing comes, do not ignore it. Stop. Breathe. Reflect. What were you thinking about? What were you feeling? The answer may already be within you, you just need to listen. The universe, your angels, and the divine are speaking to you. Will you hear them? Chosen one, the moment you hear the ringing in your ears, pause. Do not dismiss it as a random occurrence. Pay close attention to your thoughts, emotions, and surroundings. What were you thinking about? What feelings arose within you? Could this be a message from beyond, a whisper from your guides confirming something you have been sensing all along? Throughout history, God has communicated with his chosen ones in ways that require deep awareness. In 1 Samuel 3 verses 4 to 10, young Samuel heard his name being called in the night, but did not realize it was the voice of God until Eli told him to listen. What if the ringing in your ears is your name being called in the spiritual realm? What if it is a message waiting to be understood? Take a moment to reflect. Were you thinking about an important decision? The ringing may be divine confirmation that you are being guided. Were you feeling doubt or fear? This could be your angels reminding you that you are not alone. Did the ringing appear during a moment of deep thought? Perhaps it is a call to pause and listen more closely to your intuition. The ringing is just one way your guides are trying to reach you. Have you ever seen repeating numbers, 111, 222, 444? These are not coincidences, they are signals, often appearing exactly when you need reassurance. God's chosen ones throughout time have been given signs that others overlook. The Magi followed the star to find the Messiah, Matthew 2 verse 2, and Gideon asked for a sign before leading his people, Judges 6 verses 36 to 40. But numbers are not the only signs. Pay attention to your body and the energy around you. Do you ever feel a sudden chill or a wave of warmth when the ringing happens? This could be a spiritual presence near you. Do you sense a shift in energy, like the air around you becomes still or charged? Your guides may be near, trying to get your attention. Even great minds have spoken about these unseen forces. Nikola Tesla believed that energy and frequency held the keys to understanding the universe. He once said, "If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." What if the ringing in your ears is exactly that, a vibration that aligns you with a higher truth? No matter how uncertain your journey feels, you are always being watched over, guided, and protected. But guidance does not work unless you are open to receiving it. When was the last time you truly asked for help through prayer and meditation? You open a channel of divine communication. You invite clarity, wisdom, and protection into your life. Have you ever noticed that after a heartfelt prayer, an answer seems to come in unexpected ways? Maybe through a dream, a sudden realization, or even a stranger's words that feel like they were meant just for you. Chosen one of the greatest lessons you must learn on your spiritual journey is to trust your intuition. The ringing in your ears is not just a mysterious occurrence. It is a reminder for you to listen to the voice within. Too often, people seek answers outside of themselves, looking for signs, confirmations, or validation from others. But what if the truth you are searching for has already been placed inside you? God has always spoken through the hearts of his chosen ones. In John 14 verse 26, Jesus said, "But the Advocate, the Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name, will teach you all things and will remind you of everything I have said to you." This means that the wisdom you need is already within you, you just need to be still and listen. When the ringing appears, take it as a call to trust your instincts. Pay attention to the thoughts and feelings that arise in that moment. If you feel a strong inner knowing, do not dismiss it. This is how divine messages often come, not in loud voices or grand miracles, but in quiet moments of realization. The more you practice listening to your intuition, the easier it will be to recognize when your guides are speaking to you. Another way to strengthen your ability to receive spiritual messages is by creating a sacred space for meditation and reflection. Your soul needs a place of peace, a sanctuary where you can retreat from the distractions of the world and reconnect with your spiritual essence. This does not have to be an elaborate setting, it could be a quiet corner in your home, a spot in nature, or even a simple chair where you feel safe and at peace. What matters is that this space allows you to enter a state of deep awareness. Lighting a candle, burning incense, or sitting in silence can help shift your energy and open your heart to receive messages from the divine. Throughout history, many of God's chosen ones have understood the importance of sacred spaces. Jesus often withdrew to quiet places to pray, Luke 5 verse 16. Moses encountered God in the stillness of the mountain, Exodus 3 verse 12. Even great thinkers like Leonardo da Vinci and Albert Einstein valued solitude as a source of divine inspiration. They knew that clarity and wisdom come when the mind is still. When was the last time you gave yourself permission to be silent? When was the last time you sat with your own thoughts, free from distraction, and simply listened? The world is full of noise, but God's voice often speaks in the silence. The ringing in your ears may be an invitation to enter that silence. It is a moment where you are being called back to yourself, back to the wisdom that has always been within you. You, chosen one, when the ringing in your ears appears, what is the first thought that comes to mind? Do you feel a sense of urgency, a need to pause, or a sudden shift in awareness? Do not ignore these moments, they are not random. This ringing is not just a physical sensation, it is a spiritual invitation, a whisper from the unseen realm asking you to slow down and pay attention. But what are you supposed to do when this happens? Have you ever considered asking your guides directly for clarity? You are not alone in this journey, and you are not meant to navigate it blindly. In James 1 verse 5, it is written, "If any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to you." If you are searching for answers, have you truly asked for guidance yet? Divine messages do not always come instantly. Are you willing to wait, to trust, and to remain open to signs? The world's greatest minds understood this principle. Isaac Newton, one of history's most brilliant scientists, would sit for hours in silence, allowing insights to emerge rather than forcing them. Have you given yourself space to receive the answers you seek, or are you too caught up in distractions to hear them? The ringing in your ears is just one of many ways your guides communicate. Sometimes, messages appear in unexpected ways: a dream, a conversation, a number sequence, or a sudden realization. Have you noticed patterns in your life that seem too meaningful to be mere coincidence? Could it be that the universe has been guiding you all along, chosen one? Beyond spiritual guidance, the ringing in your ears is also a sign that your energy is changing. Have you felt different lately? Have you noticed a heightened awareness, as if your perception of the world is expanding? In many spiritual traditions, humans are believed to have energy centers or chakras that influence emotions, thoughts, and even physical well-being. What if the ringing is a sign that your energy is shifting, aligning with a new frequency? Have you ever felt a strange sensation, a sudden chill, a wave of warmth, or a pressure in your forehead right before or after the ringing occurs? These could be signs that your third eye and crown chakra are becoming more active. The third eye chakra, located on your forehead, is responsible for intuition and spiritual perception. Have you recently begun to sense things that others cannot? Have you started noticing patterns, messages, or synchronicities that once seemed invisible? If so, your third eye is awakening. The crown chakra, at the top of your head, connects you to divine wisdom and universal consciousness. Have you been experiencing moments of deep clarity, times when you feel like you just know something without needing proof? Could it be that your crown chakra is aligning, allowing you to receive wisdom from beyond? Many of God's chosen ones have undergone such transformations. Moses experienced divine revelation on the mountain, Exodus 31 verse 2. The prophet Daniel received visions of things to come, Daniel 10 verses 7 to 9. Even Jesus would retreat to quiet places for prayer and connection, Luke 5 verse 16. These moments of deep spiritual awakening have always been part of the journey of the chosen. Are you ready to embrace yours? The ringing is not an accident. It is a signal that you are entering a higher state of awareness. But the question is, what will you do with this awakening? Will you embrace it, or dismiss it? This process of spiritual alignment is not always easy. Are you making time to process these changes, or are you resisting them? Just as the body needs rest to heal, the soul needs silence to understand. If you truly want to strengthen your connection, where is your sacred space? Have you created an environment where you can be still and listen? It does not have to be elaborate. It can be a simple corner of your home, a place in nature, or even just a dedicated moment of silence each day. When was the last time you allowed yourself to simply be? Chosen one, have you ever noticed how most people react to unexpected sensations? Many dismiss them, rationalizing them away as something ordinary. But you, the chosen one, are not like most people. You are awakening. So, when the ringing in your ears appears, how will you respond? The best thing you can do in that moment is to pause, close your eyes, and take a deep breath. Do not rush. Do not ignore it. What if this ringing is a call from the divine, a moment meant specifically for you to listen? The world moves fast, but wisdom comes in stillness. As you take a deep breath, shift your attention inward. How do you feel right now? Do you sense a lightness, a tension, or an unexplained surge of energy? Where do you feel it in your body? Is it in your chest, your forehead, or the crown of your head? These sensations are not random, they are guiding you toward the areas that need attention. In Psalm 46 verse 10, it is written, "Be still and know that I am God." Stillness is where answers come. If you are feeling something unusual, what might God be trying to show you? The ringing in your ears is not just a momentary event, it is an invitation to align your energy. But how do you do this? Have you ever considered using meditation as a way to balance yourself? Many of God's chosen ones throughout history understood the power of solitude and deep contemplation. Jesus often withdrew to pray in silence, Luke 5 verse 16, and the prophet Elijah heard God, not in the wind or fire, but in a still, small voice, 1 Kings 19 verse 12. What if the same voice is trying to reach you, but you need to quiet your mind to hear it? One of the most powerful meditation practices is energy visualization. When you meditate, imagine a flow of light moving through your body, starting from the base of your spine and rising to the top of your head. Picture this light cleansing, healing, and realigning your energy. As you do this, can you feel the shift? Can you sense any areas of resistance, as if some part of you is holding on to stagnant energy? If so, what might be blocking you? Many great thinkers and spiritual leaders have used visualization to connect with something greater. Nikola Tesla spoke of seeing his inventions fully formed in his mind before ever building them. What if you could do the same with your energy, seeing it, feeling it, aligning it? By making this practice part of your daily routine, you will strengthen your ability to receive divine guidance. You will become more aware of how energy moves through you, and more importantly, how to clear anything that is standing in the way of your spiritual growth. The ringing in your ears is not a distraction, it is a sign that something is shifting within you. The question is, will you take the time to understand it? Chosen one, have you noticed that your intuition is becoming sharper? Have you recently experienced moments of deep knowing, as if you are sensing things before they happen? This is not your imagination, it is your spirit expanding. The ringing in your ears, the synchronicities, the sudden realizations, they are all part of your awakening. Many of God's chosen ones throughout history have gone through this same transformation. Joseph, the son of Jacob, received prophetic dreams that foretold his future, Genesis 37 verses 5 to 11. Daniel was given visions that revealed great mysteries, Daniel 2 verse 19. Even Jesus often spoke in parables, revealing truths to those ready to understand, Matthew 13 verse 11. Could it be that you, too, are being given subtle messages, guiding you toward your purpose? Pay attention to what is happening around you. Have you noticed more synchronicities, those coincidences that seem too perfect to be chance? Perhaps you keep seeing the same numbers, hearing the same phrase from different people, or encountering signs that seem meant just for you. These moments are signals, whispers from the universe confirming that you are aligning with your true essence. The question is, are you listening? This journey of spiritual alignment is not always smooth. Have you ever noticed the ringing in your ears becoming stronger during moments of stress or emotional turmoil? This is no accident. Sometimes, the ringing is a sign that you need to slow down, breathe, and find balance. Your body and spirit are deeply connected. When your energy is flowing in harmony, you feel clear, strong, and at peace. But when stress, fear, or negativity build up, your energy centers can become blocked. The ringing may be a reminder from your soul, urging you to reconnect with yourself before you become overwhelmed. How are you caring for your energy? Are you making time for stillness, for movement, for deep breaths? Do you allow yourself moments of silence to process your emotions, or are you constantly pushing forward without pause? Throughout history, even the greatest spiritual leaders understood the need for balance. Jesus took time to retreat into the wilderness for solitude and prayer, Luke 5 verse 16. The prophet Elijah needed rest and nourishment before he could continue his divine mission, 1 Kings 19 verse 58. If they needed moments of stillness, why would you be any different? Yoga, walking in nature, and deep breathing exercises are not just physical practices, they are ways to recalibrate your energy, to clear out the static so you can hear divine messages more clearly. Have you been neglecting this part of your journey? The ringing in your ears is not an accident. It is not just a strange sound. It is a reminder that you are on a path of growth and transformation. Every sensation, every shift in perception, every inexplicable moment of clarity is part of your journey. Will you embrace it or resist it? As you become more in tune with your energy, you will start recognizing the patterns of the universe more easily. What if the signs have been there all along, but now you are finally ready to see them? You are not just a person moving through life, you are a spiritual being experiencing a human journey. Every ringing, every whisper, every synchronicity is an opportunity to evolve, chosen one. While the ringing in your ears can often be a sign of spiritual growth, not every sound is a message of encouragement. Have you ever experienced the ringing in a place where the energy felt heavy or unsettling? Have you noticed it happening around certain people, as if your body is reacting to something unseen? This is not a coincidence. Sometimes, the ringing is a warning. It is your spirit's way of telling you to be cautious, to recognize that something in your environment is not in alignment with your highest good. Have you ever entered a room and instantly felt uneasy, even without knowing why? Your energy field is constantly interacting with the world around you, and when something is off, your intuition will try to alert you. Are you listening? The Bible warns us to be vigilant of unseen forces. In Ephesians 6 verse 12, it is written, "For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms." Could it be that the ringing in your ears is a sign that your spirit senses something your physical eyes cannot see? When you find yourself in an environment with dense, heavy, or negative energy, your body may react in different ways. Have you ever suddenly felt drained, uneasy, or even physically uncomfortable in a certain place or around a specific person? These sensations are not random, they are signals. The ringing in your ears may be one of them. But what should you do when it happens? Take a moment to assess your surroundings. Who are you with? Where are you? What thoughts or emotions arise in you at that moment? Often, your body will pick up on spiritual disturbances before your mind fully understands them. Are you being warned to leave a situation, to guard your energy, to be more discerning about who you trust? Even Jesus recognized when energy around him shifted. In Luke 8 verse 46, he said, "Someone touched me. I know that power has gone out from me." This shows that even divine beings are aware of energy flow. Are you paying attention when your energy shifts? Being spiritually aware means knowing when to embrace an experience and when to protect yourself from it. Some people carry negative intentions. Some environments hold stagnant or chaotic energy. Do you know how to shield yourself? One way to guard your energy is through prayer and spiritual protection. In Psalm 91 verse 4, it says, "He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge." You are never unprotected, but you must be conscious and proactive in keeping your energy safe. You can also use practical methods to maintain spiritual protection. Trust your instincts. If something feels off, do not ignore it. Cleanse your energy regularly through prayer, meditation, or even taking time in nature. Set boundaries. Not everyone deserves access to your energy. The ringing in your ears may be calling you to be more aware. Are you in a space that uplifts you, or are you surrounded by energy that drains you? The more you pay attention, the stronger your intuition will become. Not every sound is a message of encouragement. Some are warnings. Chosen one, have you ever been in a situation where something felt off, but you couldn't explain why? Maybe you were in a conversation that left you feeling uneasy, or you entered a room and suddenly felt a heaviness in your chest. Then, the ringing in your ears appeared. Could it be a warning? One of the best ways to determine if the ringing is an alert is to observe the context in which it happens. If it occurs after a tense conversation, while being around someone who drains your energy, or in a place that feels spiritually heavy, your body is reacting for a reason. Your spirit knows when something is not right. Are you paying attention? History is full of people who learned to trust these inner warnings. The legendary inventor Nikola Tesla was known for his extreme sensitivity to vibrations and energy. He once said, "If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." Tesla often avoided certain people and places simply because they felt off, trusting his heightened intuition to guide him. What if you are being called to do the same? Your body is not just a physical shell, it is a spiritual radar picking up signals before your logical mind catches up. Have you ever ignored a gut feeling, only to regret it later? Could it be that the ringing is your spirit's way of urging you to listen before it's too late? Beyond the environment, your own emotions are key to understanding whether the ringing is a warning. Have you ever been around someone who seemed perfectly nice, yet left you feeling emotionally drained? Have you noticed the ringing in your ears after a stressful event, as if your energy is trying to reset? These sensations are not random. Your spirit is reacting to unseen forces. The Bible warns us about being spiritually discerning. In 1 John 4 verse 1, it says, "Dear friends, do not believe every spirit, but test the spirits to see whether they are from God." This means that not all energies, people, or situations are meant to be trusted. The world's greatest leaders have also learned to recognize warning signs. Winston Churchill, the British Prime Minister during World War II, was known for having an almost supernatural intuition. He would cancel trips or change routes at the last minute because of a strong feeling that something was wrong. And many times, those instincts saved his life. What if the ringing in your ears is the same kind of inner warning? A divine message guiding you toward safety. What should you do when the ringing feels like a warning? Do not hesitate, trust it. If you are in a situation that feels uncomfortable, step away. If a conversation makes you uneasy, pay attention. If your spirit tells you to be cautious, listen. In Proverbs 27 verse 12, it is written, "The prudent see danger and take refuge, but the simple keep going and pay the penalty." Wise people recognize signs and act on them. Are you willing to do the same? The ringing in your ears may be your divine alarm system, a way to alert you before harm comes. Tesla and Churchill trusted their instincts, and it changed their lives. Will you trust yours? You have been given the gift of awareness, do not let it go to waste. Chosen one, when you recognize that the ringing in your ears is alerting you to negative energy or an unsettling situation, do not ignore it. You are being warned for a reason. The question is, what will you do next? One of the most powerful ways to protect yourself is through prayer. When was the last time you truly called upon divine protection? In Psalm 91 verse 4, it is written, "He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge." Imagine a shield of divine light surrounding you. Do you believe in the power of God's protection? Take a moment to close your eyes, breathe deeply, and visualize a barrier of light around you. This light acts as a spiritual armor, repelling negative energy and shielding you from harm. Have you ever noticed that after prayer, your spirit feels lighter, stronger, more at peace? That is no accident. If the ringing appears in an environment that feels draining, do not force yourself to stay. Have you ever walked into a place and immediately felt a heaviness in your chest? Have you ever been around certain people and felt exhausted afterward? These are not just feelings, they are warnings. Winston Churchill, known for his sharp intuition, often changed routes or canceled plans based on a strong gut feeling. More than once, this instinct saved his life. Are you willing to trust your intuition as he did? Your energy is sacred, why expose it to negativity when you have the power to leave? Stepping outside, taking a short walk, or simply finding a quieter space can make an immediate difference. Do not hesitate. Your well-being is more important than politeness or obligation. Another powerful way to protect yourself is through energetic cleansing. Have you ever felt that a space carried a heavy, lingering energy? What if you could shift that energy? Many great minds and spiritual leaders have believed in the power of energy cleansing. Nikola Tesla spoke of how vibration affects everything around us. He understood that higher frequencies create clarity, while lower ones create confusion and stagnation. If your surroundings feel off, raise the vibration. There are many ways to cleanse your space. Light incense or burn sage to remove negative energy, use crystals like black tourmaline or selenite to create a protective field, or play high-frequency music or prayers to elevate the energy of your environment. Have you ever noticed that after cleaning or rearranging your space, you feel lighter? That is because energy flows more freely when blockages are removed. Are you maintaining an environment that supports your spiritual growth? The ringing in your ears is not just a sound, it is a signal that you are becoming more sensitive to the energy around you. This is a gift, but are you using it wisely? By paying attention to these warnings, you are learning to navigate life with greater awareness. You are understanding when to stay, when to leave, and when to raise the vibration of your surroundings. The universe is constantly speaking to you. Are you listening? By trusting these signs, you create a life that is safer, more aligned, and filled with spiritual clarity. Will you take these messages seriously and protect your energy? Your spiritual journey depends on it. Chosen one, when the ringing in your ears appears, have you ever noticed which side it occurs on? This small detail holds a deeper meaning than you might realize. The distinction between the left and right ear is important because it reveals whether the message is coming from within or from the external world. Have you been paying attention? Could the universe be trying to tell you something right now? Left ear, the voice of intuition and internal guidance. If the ringing is in your left ear, it is a sign that the message is coming from within you. This is the ear associated with intuition, emotions, and personal warnings. Your inner world is speaking, but are you listening? Have you been feeling uncertain about a decision? Are your emotions trying to reveal something that your mind has been ignoring? When the left ear ringing occurs, take a moment to pause and reflect. What am I feeling right now? What emotions are surfacing? Is my intuition trying to warn or reassure me? Many of history's most intuitive minds have relied on inner wisdom rather than external validation. Albert Einstein, one of the greatest scientific minds of all time, often spoke about the power of intuition, believing that it was more valuable than intellect. He once said, "The only real valuable thing is intuition." What if the ringing in your left ear is your inner genius awakening, urging you to trust your deeper knowing? If the ringing in your left ear appears during an important moment of self-reflection, do not dismiss it. This is your spirit's way of reminding you to look inward, to trust yourself, and to pay attention to what your heart is telling you. What might your soul be trying to reveal? Right ear, messages from the external world. If the ringing occurs in your right ear, the message is different. This side is connected to external influences, other people, social interactions, and spiritual warnings about your environment. Could this be a sign that something important is happening around you? Pay attention to your surroundings. What conversations are you having? What information have you recently received? The ringing in your right ear may be a signal for you to be more aware of the world around you. Even world leaders have relied on external signs to guide their actions. Winston Churchill, during World War II, was known for his uncanny ability to sense danger before it happened. He would suddenly change his plans or make unexpected decisions, often avoiding disaster because he had learned to listen to subtle signals from the world around him. Could it be that the ringing in your right ear is trying to alert you to something important in your environment? If the ringing happens when you're engaged in a conversation or consuming new information, do not ignore it. It could be a sign that you need to pay extra attention to what is being said, or perhaps to question whether the information you are receiving is truly in your best interest. Regardless of which side the ringing occurs, the key is awareness. The timing of the ringing is not random, it is connected to your thoughts, emotions, and surroundings. The universe does not send messages without reason. Are you paying attention to what is happening within you and around you? If you are in a period of deep self-reflection, the ringing may be a reminder to trust your emotions and intuition before making a decision. If you are engaging with others or facing an external challenge, it may be a spiritual alert to observe carefully and remain cautious. In Proverbs 3 verses 5 to 6, it is written, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding, in all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight." The ringing could be a reminder to seek divine guidance, to listen to the whispers of wisdom, and to remain aware of the signs being placed before you. Chosen one, have you started to see patterns? Recognizing these signals is not just about hearing the sound, it is about understanding why it happens and what it is trying to tell you. If you take the time to track these moments, you may begin to notice that certain thoughts, emotions, or external situations are consistently linked to the ringing. Is there a specific decision that always seems to trigger it? Does it appear more often when you are around certain people? These insights are not random, they are clues, messages from the universe guiding you toward greater awareness. Even some of the greatest minds in history have understood the power of observing patterns. Leonardo da Vinci kept detailed journals of his thoughts, discoveries, and unexplained sensations, believing that hidden knowledge was often revealed through repeated experiences. What if you too could unlock deeper understanding simply by paying closer attention? As you become more aware of the ringing and what it means for you, remember that no one else can interpret it better than your own intuition. Each person is unique, and the way these messages come through will not be the same for everyone. Have you learned to trust yourself in these moments? In 1 Corinthians 2 verses 10 to 11, it is written, "The Spirit searches all things, even the deep things of God. For who knows a person's thoughts except their own spirit within them?" This verse reminds us that you already have the answers within you, you just need to listen. The more you practice observing these messages, the clearer they will become. Have you ever had a gut feeling about something that later turned out to be true? Have you ignored a warning sign only to regret it later? The ringing is another form of spiritual communication. The question is, are you ready to trust what it is telling you? Now, take a moment to reflect. Have you ever experienced the ringing in your ears during moments of extreme stress, emotional turmoil, or right after a difficult situation? If your answer is yes, you may be experiencing something even deeper, an energetic purification. Many spiritual traditions believe that when your vibration rises, your body and spirit go through a process of cleansing. The ringing in your ears may not just be a message, it may be a sign that your energy field is shedding negative burdens, releasing old patterns, and aligning with a higher state of being. Think about it. Have you ever gone through a major life transition and felt that strange ringing sensation? Could it be that you were stepping into a new phase of your journey and your spirit was adjusting to the shift? Even great visionaries have spoken about the experience of moving into higher frequencies of awareness. Nikola Tesla believed that everything in the universe operates on energy and vibration. He once said, "If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." What if the ringing is proof that your frequency is shifting, preparing you for something greater? This process of spiritual and energetic purification is not always comfortable. You may feel moments of unease, emotional release, or even physical sensations as your energy realigns. But do not fear. This is a necessary part of growth. The ringing in your ears is a reminder that you are not who you once were. You are evolving, shedding old energies, and stepping into a new level of spiritual awareness. Will you resist the change, or will you allow yourself to grow? Chosen one, when life presents challenges, do you ever feel a heaviness within you, one that lingers even when the situation has passed? Stress, anxiety, and emotional burdens accumulate as energetic weight, affecting not just your mind, but also your body and spirit. Could the ringing in your ears be a message that it is time to release what no longer serves you? Many spiritual traditions believe that when the body and soul undergo purification, they first push out what has been suppressed. This can be uncomfortable, as past emotions and unhealed wounds rise to the surface. Have you been experiencing old memories resurfacing? Have you felt waves of emotions without a clear reason? The ringing may be a signal that you are going through a necessary release. It is as if the universe is whispering, "Let go." You cannot carry these burdens into the next stage of your journey. The Bible speaks about this very process in Isaiah 43 verses 18 to 19. It says, "Forget the former things, do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up, do you not perceive it?" God does not want you to be weighed down by what has already passed. Are you willing to surrender what is holding you back so you can step into something new? Even great thinkers have understood this process. Carl Jung, the father of analytical psychology, believed that true transformation happens when we confront and release what is buried within us. He wrote, One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. Are you allowing yourself to face what needs to be healed, or are you resisting the process? Chosen one, spiritual renewal does not have to be overwhelming. You can take steps to assist in the cleansing process, making it smoother and more intentional. Here are 2 powerful practices that can help you release negative energy and move forward with clarity. Take a herbal or salt bath. Let the water wash away what no longer serves you. Water has been used in spiritual purification for centuries. In biblical times, water symbolized renewal and cleansing, just as Jesus was baptized in the Jordan River, Matthew 3 verse 16, signifying a transformation. Could it be time for your own cleansing ritual? A simple way to do this is to prepare a bath with purifying herbs, such as rosemary, lavender, or sage. These plants are known for their ability to cleanse negative energy and restore balance. As you soak in the water, visualize all your stress, worries, and heaviness dissolving. Feel yourself becoming lighter, free from everything that no longer serves you. When was the last time you allowed yourself to truly let go? Practice deep breathing to reconnect with your true essence. Have you noticed that when you are anxious or overwhelmed, your breathing becomes shallow? When this happens, your body remains stuck in a state of stress. The simple act of deep breathing can shift your energy instantly, allowing you to calm your mind, regulate your emotions, and reconnect with your spiritual essence. Try this: find a quiet place, close your eyes, and take a deep breath, counting to 4. Hold it for a moment, then exhale slowly for another 4 counts. Repeat this process and feel your body begin to relax. Have you given yourself permission to slow down? Have you allowed yourself to simply be? Now that you understand the possible meanings behind the ringing in your ears, how can you turn this knowledge into power? Awareness is only the first step. The real transformation happens when you start using these signs to guide your spiritual journey. The most important thing you can do is pause and listen. Each time the ringing appears, take a deep breath. Do not rush past it. Instead, ask yourself, what is this trying to tell me? What am I feeling right now? Is there something I need to release? Am I being warned or reassured? Too often, people ignore the signs right in front of them, but you are not like most people. Have you ever considered keeping a record of these experiences? The mind can be forgetful, but patterns never lie. When you write down when and where the ringing happens, along with what you were thinking or feeling, you will begin to see connections you never noticed before. Many great visionaries have kept journals to track their thoughts, experiences, and insights. Leonardo da Vinci filled thousands of pages with observations, allowing him to see patterns others missed. Could the same practice help you understand the messages the universe is sending? Start today. Keep a simple log. What time did the ringing occur, which year was it in, and what were you doing or thinking at that moment? Over time, you may realize that the ringing is not random at all, but a precise message aligning with your journey. Beyond self-reflection, it is essential to deepen your spiritual connection. This sound is not appearing by chance, it is a reminder that you are in a process of transformation. But are you making space to connect with the divine? Prayer, meditation, and listening to your intuition are powerful ways to tune into the guidance that is already within you. In Jeremiah 33 verse 3, it is written, "Call to me and I will answer you and tell you great and unsearchable things you do not know." Could it be that God has been trying to speak to you all along, waiting for you to quiet your mind and listen? Take time daily to sit in silence and meditate. Let your spirit settle. Pray with intention, ask for clarity and protection, and trust the messages that come. They may not always make sense immediately, but they are leading you somewhere important. This transformation is not always easy. Cleansing and renewal require letting go. Have you been holding on to emotions, fears, or situations that no longer serve you? The ringing is telling you it's time. By surrendering what no longer aligns with your higher self, you become lighter, freer, and more connected to your true essence. This is not the end of a journey, it is the beginning of a new level of awareness. Each ringing is an opportunity for growth. Will you embrace it or will you resist it? The universe has always been by your side, guiding and supporting you. Now the choice is yours. Are you ready to evolve, beloved chosen one? If you have been experiencing this ringing frequently, know that it is not a nuisance, it is a gift. The universe is speaking to you, your guides are guiding you, and your energy is shifting into alignment with something greater. Will you listen? Will you embrace this transformation? These signs are not random, they are invitations. You are being called to deepen your spiritual awareness, to awaken to the energies around you, and to trust the path that is unfolding before you. Do not fear this journey. You are being guided, you are being prepared, and you are exactly where you are meant to be. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever experienced this ringing? What did it feel like? What insights have you gained from it? Comment below and share your experiences. Your story may help someone else who is on the same path. And if you know someone who needs to hear this message, share this video with them. If this message resonated with you, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. We are on this journey together, and your presence here matters. If you feel called to support this channel, you can send a super thanks. Your generosity helps keep this content going and allows more people to receive this guidance.